Hey everyone. Yep, I'm still here. This is whatever comes out, whatever comes out. I did a video, I don't know, 4 days ago, 3 days ago. I don't remember. That was also, I'll bring a few things up on this video, but I don't know if when I'm going to put that one out, or if I am or not. Don't know. Anyway, I'm told to put this up, and also I got some confirmations on a few things, and some words that I heard of things that I was thinking, that I was writing down. Anyway, I'm bringing all this up, and whatever comes up, what they say and what I'm thinking. A lot of things were, like I said, brought up, and yes, I did change. I might have changed a lot, don't know. And yes, I'm proud. I am God's daughter, among two others. None of your concern. I had a lot of confirmations, like I said. I said this before. When I was younger, I didn't know what was going on. Oh my gosh. See, in my other video, there was a lot of, interference also. This is what I go through every day, Anyway, like I was saying, when I was younger, I didn't know what was going on. And when I will ask, I would get, you don't need to know. And before, I didn't know if they did that on purpose or not. But now I do know they did. And recently, I don't know why this woman's face came across. It's a person that, I came across, I don't know, I think it was for maybe a little longer, years ago, before I started doing videos. Well, definitely before I started doing videos. And, at that point, I was going through a lot, and I really looked up to this person. So I don't know why that person, I didn't ask why. I'm putting that to the side, and I'll ask later, because at this point, I really, don't care. Before I continue, I do want to point out, like I said before, all angles are all covered. And God knows, including me and, my DM, of the ones I call as my family, we're all highly protected. It goes from my immediate family, soul tribe, whatever, that I call family, brothers and sisters, whatever. Just to confirm that again. I got, confirmation about, the bruises when I say, while you're sleeping, if you wake up with one, you should have seen the one that I woke up with. I did forget to take a picture of it. Everything I'm not lying about, and I know these ones are talking about it because no one's seeing anything. I mean, some are seeing the ones that did get caught, but like I said before, and I heard, so that was my confirmation, we're saving the best for last. But it's not going to be long. But anyway, I want to point out, and I'm told to say this again, no one has the right to stop anyone from doing anything. Don't have the right to control anyone. Don't have the right, and it was done, to convince anyone, what people do is wrong in front of anyone. Especially if there's small children around and, they're just learning things. And then later on, they have an attitude towards whoever you did it to. You don't have the right to block anyone. What they're supposed to be doing. Especially when you know what they, you know that. Because maybe it's out of jealousy or whatever. Doesn't matter. Everyone has their own mind. God gave everyone a purpose. And I'm bringing this up, it's like, I said this in my other video, how easy it is to convince people, especially through lies. That's why I said you need to check it out. Especially if someone you know, you don't know the person. Say they come up to you. You don't know these people. And they tell you something about a person. You know of them or whatever. Or you don't even know them. You're going to let them continue to speak until you are convinced to have anger or whatever about that person, instead of going to the person and finding out the truth, or whatever, how you find out if it's the truth or not. This is what I'm talking about. You need to know your own mind and continue to say, I can do this, I can do that, or whatever. Continue to put positive thoughts in your head to change all the negativity that was put in. And for you to know, you need to find out what is truth, the truth. Somehow, some way, whatever. And if it's about a person, you go ask that person. Only they and God knows what the truth is. And I expect, that person is telling the truth, which I pretty much think they are. And anyone can tell if they're lying or not, if you really look and hear. You can always tell. Again, I will say, we are, in my case, we're highly protected. Like I said, no one will stop it. I'm also told because they're saying that this keeps coming up with some that about my DM. You can't tap into his energy either. His energy is untouchable also. You're not going to know. And the thing is, you might have, came across him, but didn't know it. And the thing is, I'm told to say it, you started talking about me. Hold up. Okay. Nothing? Okay. All lies. But he knew who you were talking about. But, he's not saying anything. But the thing is, I'm told that it's also a test with him, for him, if he believes it or not. And the thing is, everyone has to go through that. It's it's a test to let God know that, you saw about each other, you know it, and you agree or whatever. It's a test with both of you. It's also a test with anything also, to know the difference about light or dark, positive and negative, lies or truth. And what are you going to do about it? Or how you're going to do what you're going to do, and how you're going to do it. You see, I grew up with all this. People speaking bad about me and doing magic, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Thing is, someone did it right in front of me, with me right there in front of all these people. They didn't know who I was. They didn't know. I'm not going to say what I said to them, but I did say politely, "Are you done?" And then I waited. I said, "Go ahead, continue." It was about an hour that this person was talking about me. Finally, I said, "Are you done?" And they were like, I guess I am, because you keep interrupting me. I was like, "Well, do you know this person?" And they were like, "No." And I asked them, I said, "Why are you speaking of this person?" And they said that they didn't like what this person did, which is me. And I didn't go any further with it. Except I did say, "Well, is it just you, or is it someone else also, who told you about this person?" And it was someone else who said it to them. And they thought, this idiot thought it would be best to bring it up. Well, I finally said, "Well, you don't know that person. I'll just say a little bit. You think that you are better than anyone. Get a real job, because your husband didn't want to hear your nagging anymore," which was the truth, which I didn't know at the time. "Got you a place to get you out of his hair. But he didn't want you to talk bad about people. And that person you're talking about, that is me." Well, the thing is, her husband found out and took everything away from her until she learned. not to talk or speak bad about people. I didn't know this person, like I don't know any of you. Now the thing is, the ones that do magic or just say things, and if you don't know, I mean some, maybe a lot, no. Doesn't matter if you actually do magic. And the ones who does the magic already know this, because they also speak ill or bad about people. That is a form of magic, whether anyone believes it or not. Like these people, since I was little or whatever, kept speaking about, health and etc. Or keeping love life, anything blocked. If they find out what runs in the family, or they hear, what others are going through the family, in other families, oh, that's a good one to cast out on someone. One, things that ran in the family, don't you think that that was also a generational curse? Why is it that people want to repeat? And I used to say this, even when I was little. I would just say things. Maybe at the time they didn't know what I was saying. I mean, I know I didn't, because I was getting messages and didn't know it. I would always get, it's life. You need to speak about it, or, it's fine and dandy that you speak about it. Okay, how are you going to change it and know your own body to help yourself? Not to get whatever or do whatever. I also got, you need a reality check. Okay. Stop living in the fantasy land. Okay. See, a lot of people don't realize you can change whatever yourself. And more you work at it, more God will change everything just like that. Ever since I was little and found out little things, here and there, when I found out about generation curses and whatever, or what ran in the family, I always said, no way am I going down that path. And sure as, hockey E double sticks, whatever, I'm not going to go through that. And no one's going to stop that. And, with all that, I'll just say now, that happened to a few. And I know it. That someone wished it or whatever. And I will say, those ones, well, you'll see. What happens. And it's not going to be from me. It's going to be through God. What the frick? I don't know. Okay. Why do I smell gas? Okay. That's it. Okay, sorry. Now I'm told after I looked all over the house and had one of my team to go check something. But anyway, I'm told the reason why I smell the gas is I don't know who this is for, but anyway, around your area, I don't know. You know, you might smell gas around your area. Apparently that's going on. It's because of new lines are being put in, but still call if you smell it around your your home or your area. Always call. This way they can come out to check it. That's what I'm told. Anyway, back to but anyway, like I said, all of you will be getting your day. I'm patient. Now I am. When I was younger, I wasn't. And everything, like I said before, everything that was done is being returned to sender. And I don't know when that's going to be. I never said when. But I do know soon. Or maybe is it right now? That's what I'm told to say. You know, you don't have, you don't have the right to do what you don't want done to you. Like being in fear all the time, looking over, your shoulder, keeping ones from others, and much, much more. It will all get returned to sender. It will all go back to you. Now, like everyone says, you throw out to someone, oh, I wish them or I hope things turn out right, or, positive things, or, I hope they get well. Whatever you say that is in good intent, it will come back to you. So if you don't want bad, don't dish it out. Like I said before. It's like, be grateful. If you went to someone, about something or whatever, and they told you their opinion or tried to help you, if you didn't want to listen or get their help, then that meant that you were trying to get information this way you could do harm. And also, you didn't want to help yourself with, the advice. So my solution is, and there's in heaven. Don't go to anyone. Now you're going to have to solve it yourself. You know, and guess what heaven is showing you? Because you don't want to recognize anything. See, I knew it. Anything else? Anything else? Okay. All right. I'll give it to you one more time, and then that's it. No more drama. Case closed. As Papa would say, what? Is that right? Is that right? Okay. No more drama. Okay? You're spoiled. But that's okay. Okay? Okay. Mama needs to get this done. And then we'll play more or do something. Don't know. We'll see. You know, you need to recognize things. You know, like I said in my other videos, God in heaven and heaven, you know, loved ones, ancestors, whatever, are always showing signs to answer whatever you ask. You need to learn how to recognize that, and I even explain how in the other videos. I don't know which one it is, but I think it's messages from, you know, God and I forget what else. You know, there's also plenty of help today to figure out what is for you. You see, back then, I didn't have the help. Plus, the truth and the right path is through God and heaven. I don't, you know, really, I don't know why people are so envy with other people, you know, who want to take care of themselves. You know, but others have to do stuff through magic, you know, to stop that. I never understood that, you know, why you want to do that. If you see somebody doing something and you want to, you know, do something like that or whatever, well, instead of trying to, you know, stop others, do it yourself. Stop being in that mindset of being spoiled being greedy or whatever that people are saying today. And learn what hard work is. You know, it's like People want to know what people are doing, so they pinpoint a person to find out through crystal balls or whatever, how they do it, or have people follow them to know, you know, what people are doing. Now with me, you know what I did? I was always working, you know, or doing something. All, you all did, like, fake pages and etc. and etc. And again, all of you had chances to say the truth. Some said, I think I said this before, I'm here to help you. You can trust me. Same old, same old. But when you knew that I knew you weren't that person, you changed it to another fake page. So what is that telling me? And the one who changed my ID, and I keep bringing this up, and you know what I'm talking about. Where I couldn't do anything, couldn't get it. I don't know how many times you were told to change it this way I could get it. Well, God is going to make sure that I get it, because you're going down too. And that is when all will be sentenced. Whatever, I don't care what all of you do. I don't know any of you. I really don't. And whatever you told me, and if you told me not to say anything, oh my God, I forgot to check something. What the frig? Damn it. Anyway, I'm not going to freaking worry about it. Whatever you told me, I don't remember it. And who am I going to tell? Okay? really. You could ask, years down the line, years later. It depends, I guess. I don't know. I might remember it. But once, whatever. It depends on what it is, I guess. Don't know. All I do know is that all are going to, learn a lesson for others to learn around the world. Ones to come, not to do what yous all did. It will be, put to a stop right then and there. I'm tired of repeats. I'm tired of, and I know, and I'm told that one, maybe a few, will, once you're caught, even though the lie detector says what the truth is, you're going to say, oh, I was insane. Oh, I'm this, I'm that. Oh, well, I did all those death spells, and all this magic because a demon told me, So I don't know why I did it. I don't know what was wrong. Well, first of all, if you want to do blank magic, you know that, demons will stay around you, and knowing that, oh wow, we can, take over that person because they like it. And again, like I said, this is where if you know you're not that kind of a person and something, or that is trying to take control of your body or your mind, that wants you to do bad stuff, you return it to sender. You don't let it. So, I'm told to say that because I don't know, I guess a lot of people already got away with stuff like that. Well, you're not going to. It's a bunch of BS. And first of all, it's not funny to make, fun of ones who didn't actually know about any of this stuff and, aren't in the right mind. And now that I brought it up, it's not funny to make fun of those people. And if people knew about all that and watched this person and didn't help them to say, you can shake it out, return to sender and ask God you know, to keep them away, and that you're not that kind of a person. You didn't help that person. Okay. You know, it amazes me how people judge people, make fun of people. You do know. Doesn't matter if you were in high school or little or whatever. You made fun of people. It would eventually come back to you. I guess that's being a bully. I don't know. And making up lies of a person, like, okay, I can't speak about what lies, you know, at the moment. If I really wanted to tap in, I could, but I don't. Like with me, you made up lies, tell people what I am, who I am, or whatever. You don't know who I am. You think you know who you are. And if you know who I am, you never asked me, or you never told me. And I don't brag who I am. Unless God tells me, okay, with this message, tell him you are, you know, whatever. I never said you know, who I was. So don't assume. All I know is and I know it's happening, you will be afraid of me. And I said, you will never forget me. But I didn't mean it by, this puppy love, or you think that you're mine. I only have one DM. Okay? I didn't mean that's how you won't forget me, thinking that you're mine. No, God has his way of letting you know who I am, what I could do. You're not going to know who I know, but they're going to let you know. You don't mess with me. And yes, I am allowed to say that. I know exactly what all did and trying to do. Might have happened before, but it's not happening again. You tried to make me think that it was all my fault, or it's my fault that everything is delayed, or it's my fault that I don't deserve anything, blah, 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 same old bull crap, same. Well, I'm told, they're telling me, there is no delays. You might think there are. No delays in anything. And I already said that before, but, I also asked God if there was. And obviously he said no. He got rid of everyone from our, I'm not going to say who, but that includes, the family. You can't tap into any of our energies. We are highly protected at all angles and from anything or anyone. You will not change me from doing anything. You won't change, the love that I give out or who I love, what I love to do, whatever. Helping God get messages out, or any loved one telling me messages for anyone. You're not going to stop me from making the world better and much, much, much more. You will not keep me from my DM or anything. He knows who I am, and deep down, he knows who, that I know who he is. I can't say how, he feels about me. But he knows how I feel about him. And the reason why I'm saying that is because right now, even though we're protecting each other and, others, well, that's how we're protecting. This way no one can tap in. Only we get messages about each other through God. Some way, somehow, and no one can stop it. But like I said, right now, I know we're highly protected, along with our families. And we protect each other. And the thing is, again, I have to say this. No, the ones who are around us that are pretending or was sent from others, to spy on us or do magic on us or whatever. All that you do. And so do we. But I'm here to say, God knows all. And no, those ones, you're not protected. Doesn't matter. So don't think trying to come near us or whatever that you can get our energy or do magic on us. It's only bouncing off and going right back to you. It doesn't matter what you try to do. Putting things in food, drinks, whatever. It cannot touch us. It will go back to you. I'm saying all this because right now, because I've been through all this. Yes, I had a DM, but he was taken. When we met back then, we didn't know much about all this. We were starting to know. And, I tried to get messages to him. I tried whatever. But by the time it came to him, it was way too late. So, God chose this one. And that's because this one, he is the one anyway. And no one, not one, or anything will stop that. And I'm told also that is a guarantee because of, I guess that's when it all started anyway. People, had access to the other one's phone. And saw what I was trying to tell that person. And he didn't see any of it until way later. And the time that, when we did meet, we had all kinds of plans, blah, 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 whatever. This time, this is the true one. And nothing will get in the way. It don't matter how much, you put me through, the battles, making me tired. Well, that's because I have to go through all these battles. But it doesn't matter. I'm also in training too, to get fit. That's why I'm tired. So you can't get or take all the, that you thought you accomplished, to take all the credit. Why I'm tired, why this, why that. You even tried to make me lose weight. No, I might have. And he knows what's going on too. He knows all the angles. He knows all the tricks too. What all of you try. You don't think God, you thought God forgot to tell him? I mean, really. We know what's going to go down. We know what's coming. But you don't. You thought you were sneaking around, doing all kinds in secret or whatever, doing all kinds of things. Well, that's what's going to happen when it hits all of you. Like I said, God knows everything. We know, especially, the lesson you will all learn. And again, not to mess with me. I didn't say I knew everything. I never did. I did before, with some things. It goes over my head. But I do catch on eventually. And also, like I said before, it depends on what it is. That's when you should be afraid. Like I said, wondering what I will do because I'm quiet. And I will say, whatever you try to do, any trick you do, it does not work like it did before. And I also don't live in the past. I move forward to make things better. Every angle is covered, like I said. Now, whatever you put out, everything, it's all coming back to you. And whoever you got involved. And this is talking about all groups. And I said it before, everyone is going to know what God, Jesus, and heaven are going to do. They are not going to put up with any more BS anymore. And no, they're not going to take the judgment or whatever, what all of you did. And neither am I. Either are the ones you did it to either. It's all of you who's going to. And God, Jesus, and whoever, from heaven, they're returning to show that they are real. No one knows me better than God. He knows what I do or what I'm doing, unless I say it. God changes me every day. And I also don't like doing things the same every day either. I don't like people, thinking that they can tap into me. That's also why I change every single day. You can't stop me. Whatever. I will say, my dad always said to me, you're always determined to do something. And then he would say, well, that's good. So, until one day, that is, when I am with my DM, and that is not anyone or anything to say when, by doing whatever, you guys do. Just try to stop it. Just know when we are, watch out. Because like I said, no one will stop it or us. And when we do, it will be better than ever. Hey, silly. But, till then, I will continue to do what I have to, whether anyone likes it or not. I will continue, like I said, making peace around the world, continue to give lessons when anyone does their gifts to harm. Everyone will know that you're doing that, like these ones. Before, I might not have been able to do anything because of different reasons. And I never spoke like I do now, on videos. I was used to others, not thinking about what I would say. to them, or whatever they were thinking, and much more. They didn't believe me. They thought, truthfully, I really don't care what they thought. They didn't believe me. They didn't care to listen, whatever. Now, if it resonates with anyone, or, if it helped anyone, or I spread, peace to someone around the world, I accomplished something more than I did before. What I put out, like everyone says, if it's not your story or not what's happening around you, don't make it fit. But it might be with someone, especially if, it's a message for someone who needs it, needs to hear it. And by that, you get it out. Just think about it. You also may have helped someone. And that's what paying it forward is. You need to know the difference. And I said that, others said that, with when we give out messages, it's not for everyone. It's not for... Okay, I lost 1 and 2, but okay. It's not, like I said, people have almost the same names and all that. It's not always about you, okay? Now, if it's, happen to be the same name that you're dealing with, don't BA and complain about that person that you're with, of what everything was said that a reader or whoever gave out the message. It might not be your person. You have to think about it and, use, common sense or what's going on to know if it's your person. It could be someone else's. That's just an example. You need to know and know the difference. And stop, thinking that, everybody's talking about you, so you have to go do a spell on somebody. Because someone said this. So you have to go and do something to harm or spread lies. This way, others can be mad and start doing stuff, to harm somebody that lies are based on. Everyone needs to grow up and get hatred, envy, whatever, and learn your own body and the root why you're like that. And if you can't figure it out, you can't see what God is showing you that you need to let go or get rid of or whatever, again, there's plenty of help. Or look up different things online that you heard, a reader say, well, know the difference between good ones, though. But since, people like to follow me and know who I listen to and, trying to, follow them, thinking that they're going to know what I'm doing or, whatever. Instead of doing all that stupidity, we all, give advice on, with our messages. You need to know yourself. Make notes and all that put together. And if you looked around, okay, well, I'm acting like, this one. What happened to that person? And, if anything happened that was bad, I'm sorry. But they could have gotten help too. So if you know all this and you still refuse to get help, don't come bothering us. Go. Okay. Go find the help somewhere. See, I know the ones that I, when I can come online and happens to, pop up, I'm not going to tell you how many I have, but, every once in a while I'll see, a few. I don't see everyone all the time. But anyway, the ones that I do listen to, they're the good ones. So if you don't want to take our messages that we're telling the truth, go somewhere else. And if you come across bad ones who give bad advice and brings you down the wrong path, well, that's on you. We only spread the truth. And that was always my goal. And from what I see of the other ones that, they do. But anyway, this is long enough. I thought the other one that I'm debating to send out was long, but again, whatever came out, came out. And it's everything what I was told. So, I'm here to spread love, peace, light, happiness, and occasionally, let you know what I went through and how I got out of it. When the time comes, there will be a lot more. Right now, I'm just, doing what I'm supposed to. But anyway, sending coffee with espresso. I love my espresso, my coffee. Iced coffee, with the same, different, with a good morning to all. And if it's not morning, well, it's waiting for you, the coffee, to get your day started. And others, I don't know, good evening, good night, don't know. But anyway, this is long enough. I hope it helps someone. If it resonates, what people are doing, what I mentioned. Like I said, don't confront anyone. Go make a report and let them do it. And if these people got caught and you know anything, you could still make as many reports, because, it will, if it wasn't already on their sentence, it will get put on, even though that's the aftermath. Doesn't matter. We all need to get together, not literally, but, and start bringing people who do harm, especially through magic. We need to, start not letting people get away with things. Start spreading peace. And that's around the world. There's way too many people getting harm in many different ways, and that are innocent of, people that it's their problem or their argument or whatever, and then by lies being spread throughout, people are getting involved, not learning what the truth is, and others are getting harmed. It all needs to stop. So, with that note, ciao.